Ollie's happy that Ellery cannot pour feed into a bucket, as you can tell. You happy about that, bud? What's up, Cattywampus crew? Welcome back to Cattywampus Acres. It's Jason, and Lauren and I have some nights off this week. I'm in training, so we get to get some stuff done, and we need to take care of this garden so we can get some of this cover crop, and we are late in the game to it, so we need to get this done. And I'm going to update you on where we got to on our arrow shed, our goat milk barn build. So let's get into it. Ultimately, we need to get some of this stuff out of here. I'm going to feed this okra to the pigs. We have some corn stalks left in here, some random watermelons that are just done. We have some tomatoes that probably can be pulled, and yeah, we're gonna pull these. We need to roll up our garden fabric that we put down this year, so we can broadcast some of the sun hemp we got from Haas Tools. So if I didn't mention, the pigs are getting all the good stuff. They're super excited, so we're picking through our last harvest stuff of the year, and we're gonna feed all the junk stuff that we're not gonna eat and all the foliage to them. He's just making his own path. He doesn't behave as well as Peaches does. Well, we're gonna go ahead and stop for now. Lauren's making us stop. She said we worked too much today. So as you can see, these are about a bazillion peppers in here. We have everything from ancho to banana peppers. Some banana peppers are the size of bananas. We have ghost jalapeno, chili Tabasco, cayennes, all different kinds of cayennes. We have everything in here. And so this is our last harvest of peppers for the year. So if you didn't believe me about pruning peppers, I hope that this will be a lesson to you, because we have neglected these. Had we kept up with these, we could have potentially kept like old El Paso in business. So trust me, this is a lot of peppers, and had we been really, really good about it this year, we would have gotten even more. So that's what we're gonna stop for right now. Boss says stop. And so we're almost done cleaning out the garden. We got a little bit more to go, but that's going to be it for today. We're halfway done with our arrow shed, our goat milk barn, our project. So I'm going to go ahead and take you over to there. So hopefully we didn't bore you so much so far. And so let's go ahead and go over to the shed. Haruka! Are you going to just leave me hanging? You're going to leave me hanging? I didn't think so. I did. Come on over here. Come on over here. Yeah, I got a little cud cough there. We got to get going, because these big girls need a bigger milk barn. Okay. Believe it or not, this is an actual instruction manual. Looks like Indiana Jones pulled it out of his library. It's pretty rough looking. So they want you to go through and make sure all the parts are here. I'm not going to do that, because I figure with my luck and the fact that I got this for $150, they probably aren't. And it looks like going through all the parts is possibly in a whole weekend project, so we're not going to do that. I believe there is actually, the parts are supposed to be marked. Like the big parts are supposed to have like a stamped number on them or something. I don't know. We'll see. And let's see how many steps we got here. 17 steps. 17 steps. That's a lot. And it looks like the majority of it is putting together these little screws and nuts and bolts and stuff. So I'll be honest with you, if this wasn't $150, I can't even lie, I don't think I would be building one of these arrow sheds or be getting one, but we'll see how it lasts. What I did notice is the previous owner of this shed, Kit, actually went through and put everything in their own little bags. I ain't gonna lie, the thing that's worse about this from a mechanical perspective, like a farm guy, homesteader, former mechanic, like This hardware is terrible. I already don't like this. These washers, I don't like this whole thing. There's a tornadoes wrapper in here, so roller food. I am a big fan of roller food, but I did not put this in here. Let me finagle this, figure this out, and we'll come back in a second. Boom. I already got them together. Not true at all. I don't want to lie to you. So I was looking for the parts, and apparently the previous owners actually already assembled the floor frame sections. So that's nice of them. And I'm assuming, like, I'm a little nervous of why they quit working on this and just got rid of it when they already started this. But you know what they say. I think the best way to think about it is when the going gets tough, just quit, right? Not true, not true. So yeah, so they got the floor frame started. There's a little ramp thing that goes under the door here, so I can skip ahead a few steps. They want you to put all these structural parts together before you start attaching anything. And when I say this is the least assembled kit I've ever worked on or seen, I mean it. This thing, nothing is put together. Nothing at all. So we got a lot of work to do. So let me start putting together these wall frames. I do apologize if you're watching this video solely for the purpose of skipping the instruction manual. They've already put a lot together. I think merely what it is just putting little tiny bolts into little tiny nuts. So we're skipping a lot of the steps, but I'm not going to undo them and then reassemble them for a $150 kit. It's very tedious, I can tell already without even doing it. So looking through everything, I was able to see that it appears that pretty much everything is put together as far as frame structure pieces go. And so what I believe the next step is, yeah, and so next step, frame assembly. So we need to be able to put this floor frame assembly together. So we will go ahead and do that now. I also wanted to say thank you for watching this video. If you watch our other videos, thank you for that. If you're a subscriber and you're part of our Cattywampus crew, thank you, because you're the ones that have gotten us this far. And I can say in about 4 days, we have been on YouTube for exactly a year. So that's exciting. Never did we think, I expected to maybe have 1,000 subscribers, maybe. But we're already, we're getting close to 4,000 subscribers. We're well over 200,000 views. Never would have guessed it would have happened. Thank you guys so much. Any of you that have been with us from the beginning, or if you've joined along the way, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you can keep up to date with everything we're doing here in the farm. And also, if you share this video on all these platforms like Instagram and Facebook and all this stuff, if you're able to share this video, it really helps us out and helps us push towards more self-sufficient lifestyle. So thank you guys so much. Let's get back into this. For the nuts on here, you gotta use 11/32 socket or wrench or whatever, and then a Phillips on the other side. I ain't gonna lie, these are about the crappiest fasteners I've ever seen. Beware of wind. I've seen some horrible videos of people putting these together, and it's on a slightly windy day, and they just bend these panels in half, and that would suck. And so we don't have a ton of wind right now, as you can tell, because it's scorching hot and I'm getting no breeze. But I'm sure in typical Georgia fashion, as soon as I start putting one of these panels up, I'm gonna feel like it's gonna be like a hurricane wind. Now we need to attach these corners. Okay, we have all the corners up. This seems like the worst construction idea ever. You literally have these flimsy metal things hanging from screws. So now we need to attach the roof supports. Okay, so I got all these roof things on. This thing is really janky, and guess what? As I suspected, we're missing important parts. We don't have door slides, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out, of course. Alright. Cool. Yeah, rock and roll. Okay, as you can see, we have Hadley and I, thank you to my lovely assistant here, we were able to finish the walls. And so now it's a somewhat of a pretty rigid structure right now. You don't really have to worry about the wind anymore. I wanted to give you some tips if this is something, if you're building one of these aero sheds, and just to explain what the deal was. Some of these corners here were put together prior to me getting this shed. They were put together incorrectly. There are some panels that are not correct. Even though these look the same, they are not. They are about 2 inches different, and it makes a big difference. And so, as you can see, that's the deal. And you will get into a pattern where the self-tappers go in certain spots, and then machine screws and nuts go in other spots. Need to look at the manual. Come inside here, and it is sort of short, but it is what it is. I think if anybody from Aero watches this video, if you could make this thing like 1 foot taller, that'd be awesome. There's no doubt that this is cheaply built. Like I said, normally these are about $350, $450. We got it for $150. I can't complain. Plus we had the plywood, so really not that. We're really not getting shafted that bad, but it is. They are. You could probably go buy your own screws, your own hardware, and come out a lot better in the long run. It's quite muggy out here. Would you agree? Yes, very muggy in Georgia. So as you can see behind me, this back wall is completely done. It's very spacious.